Hey guys, Sullivan here in Philadelphia. I know it's been a couple of weeks. I had a very busy week with a wedding at the Barnes Foundation. It's actually my only wedding of the year. It was a really good one, but it was a lot of work and we were so busy that I barely took any photos. So this is all I have to show for it. The ceremony when we were taking it down. I'll have professional photos at some point soon, but I thought we could just do a little walk around. There is a lot of work to do around here. The 2-3 weeks that were consumed with wedding preparations and some cold weather and things like that, the weeds have definitely taken over, but there are lots of pretty moments, and I hired a helper to help me get some weeding done throughout the year so that we can get on top of it. So one of the things that made the last couple of weeks really hard was that on the Monday right before my busy wedding week started, we had to put my studio cat and my beloved companion, my work therapy cat, Muppet, down. She had been struggling with some kidney stuff, and it just was her time. It made what was already a tough week a lot harder, but because I worked, she was my work cat, I actually spent a lot of time with her over the 8 years that I had her, and I have so much video and so many photos of her that it's actually been made a lot easier just to be able to look at some of that stuff and remember the good times. So, but it's still affecting me. So I thought we could just look at a few pretty moments around the garden and then look at some of the stuff I have coming up. So things are starting to fill in up here, but one of the highlights is that this apple blossom clematis got kind of trashed over the years with the fence work, but it's one of my favorite plants I've ever ordered sight unseen. And so I just put another wire trellis up here, and I have 2 more on order, but it's been a struggle to get them to actually ship to the East Coast. As everybody knows, things are tough all around in terms of moving stuff, but ideally I'd like to do like 2 more down. I wish we could see. We might get to see Tim have a rare hissy fit. I am the usually dramatic and one that storms off, but he hates the battery operated mower with a passion. So maybe if we're quiet, it'll be like one of those nature documentaries. So I fixed up the wire trellis. I'm just using black wire and black hooks. Could it be refined a little more? Yes, but also this plant has grown so much just in a pile on the ground. I'm just not sure what I want to do with it. Anyone that's ever grown peonies knows the joy of stalking the first shoots to come up. Some of these are older, some of these, like Joanna Marlene, this is their first year in place, but it looks like it's going to be a good season for peonies. All these blue anemones are from 2 seasons ago. I just left them in place, and to my surprise and delight, they popped back up. And actually, I planted these Trevi fountain lungworts, pulmonaria, and I really like the very pale, subtle blue with these, and then there's still some muscari from last year popping up in here. And And then the pagoda dogwood looks so good against that dark fence. But nothing really new under here. Still have to do some cleanup. Looks like ferns and astilbe are starting to come back up. In just the 2 weeks since we filmed the hellebore hunt, these plants are just looking amazing. Oh look, my white bleeding hearts came up. These are, yeah, there's just a lot of pretty semi-shade loving things. This is all getting a little more sun than I had anticipated. The camellia has actually been throwing off a bunch of blooms. We had a freeze, but let's see. This is just... But it seems happy here. So I am redesigning this bed, but that may not happen until the fall. I have a better idea of the sun conditions and what I want to sort of see up there. Hellebore's still looking good. The weeds in this area are not quite so out of control. Yeah, just lots of stuff waking up. Looks like a lot of the columbines are coming back. But like when I say we haven't weeded, like that's what happens when you don't weed and don't mow. But we have a plan to tackle that. I have been getting a lot of comments on the planting oriental poppies in the fall for spring bloom. This is one of the plants planted in that video. So I've had some questions. I'm not entirely sure I can diagnose what's going on. I will tell you that not every single one I planted in that video in this area survived. None of the ones that I put against the fence survived. But all of the ones, let's see, oh, the weeds. The Patty's plum are all doing well despite the weed pressure. But between myself, Tim, and our new garden assistant, we should be able to get on top of this in another week or two. So here's one of my older tree peonies, already budded up. This is one of the first ones to bloom. This is an intersectional, so you can see the difference between an intersectional and a woody. Some tulips starting to explode. Jeannie, the garden assistant, is an excellent weeder, and she is making her way across this bed, so you can see where we got to. This must be salmon impression, not apricot impression, and then there's actually some old brownies and things still stuck in here. I really liked the pop of this bright corally color. We had a few really nice days, and then just more weed pressure in here. Some Ansonia and grasses and things that we'll have to see how they did. Here is where I think I put most of the bell epochs in here. So those should be later. But it looks like they may be correct, which is definitely a bonus. But yeah, like my ajugas and things are getting eaten by weeds. So fixing the weedy lawn is definitely like a top priority for this year, because that's where all the weeds are coming from in the beds. It's my highly recommended Silk Road tulip, just for the variety and striation, and just, you know, you get a rogue. That's not Silk Road, but yeah, just such a pretty tulip. You can see I had my daffodils all came up really early in this bed. These were from last year, and then we got some more cold, so the foliage definitely doesn't look good. But I think they're gonna work. So Silk Road, one of the first ones to pop up. Looks like, oh boy, I have to try to remember everything. Copper Image, some salmon. Oh, I gotta stop pointing with this camera. And then one of the things that I think will become a little more obvious as things move along is that I just planted all the bulbs together, including the ranunculus and anemones. So Jeannie is so awesome. She's very into permaculture. She knows what all the weeds are, so she also knows not to pull flowers. But like, so this is Fritillaria uvivulpus, an underrated fritillaria. And then these are ranunculus that I planted in the same hole. So the ranunculus, I noticed that I just threw them in the late fall when I was planting. They've been a little slower to emerge than in the past when I have started them early and planted them out in, like, say, January. But you can't beat them for easiness. So one of the things I've got to work on for this year, because we did mulch really heavily, is ground cover. It's just to combat the weeds, we're going to need ground covers. Yeah. Copper Image, salmon parrot. So much fun, pretty stuff in here. Peonies. Hopefully we don't get a late freeze or a late super cold night. The first purple tulips over in here are up. Roses look good. There's just lots of pretty things to see, lots of pretty stuff emerging. This was a new to me tulip, a species tulip. I love the, like, kind of dark center. Although they blew open a week ago. You can see they're planted with anemones, and they're all coming up. So one of the videos I'll have coming up is how I put together pallets of plants for my planters. So this was 3 nurseries. I think you can start to see some of the color pairings emerging. But before I actually commit to putting them into the planters, I have a loop of 6 nurseries that I like to hit. And I'm gonna go do the other 3 sometime next week. I used these graphic white planters in my wedding. I probably don't have any photos, but they were really beautiful. And I have plans to set them up and use them near both the greenhouse and the back of my office. And there's one giant one that goes with this set right here. And I believe I'm going to plant my new olive tree in that pot. So as always, I'm reluctant to talk about plugs because I know they can be really hard for home gardeners. I placed this order through Farmer Bailey. It's 4 varieties of lisianthus, some plectranthus silver shield, and then 2 kinds of poppies. And then we did just find 7, 8 trees that will be delivered and planted in the next couple weeks. And I have a plan for pairing this Betty magnolia and potentially a multi-trunked Coosa dogwood with one of the evergreens that we just bought. So that will stay tuned. And it looks so awesome because the guys at Holidays, the nursery where I bought it, found it hiding behind some stuff in one of their hoop houses. So it never got exposed to all that cold we had. So that's why it's still so pretty. So this is where I'll be this week, planting up all these bare root plants. Again, always reluctant to talk about buying in grower quantities because I know they are a little challenging, but I'll make a video of what these are. Some of these are for the shade gardens. Some of them are for both inside and outside the fence. All right, guys, thanks so much for doing a quick walk around with me. I think there's a lot of pretty stuff coming up. I'm really looking forward to getting back into the garden, starting to see some of these final infrastructure projects come together. I think I just made a plan for how I'm gonna get rid of the grass, level out this lawn, I think I might actually be putting in both the foundation for my shed and greenhouse myself, as well as using a new material to make some retaining walls and potentially putting in the patio and the back porch myself. I'm not gonna lie, when you see things covered in weeds, it's very daunting to think about getting back out here and trying to reclaim. But then I look and think what the property looked like a few years ago before I started this, and I can see some of the progress. So I really look forward to, I think it'll take me a couple weeks to get back into like an editing rhythm, but I think we're probably heading into the season where there's probably going to be more than 1 episode a week. But for today, this beautiful day, I'm going to try to stay out of Tim's way while he fights with the lawnmower. And I'm going to start putting some of those bare roots into pots. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you soon.